Hello and welcome to episode 6 of our Blitz Album Parties. My name is Phil Makepeace, here on behalf of the Chess Pit Podcast, and we are here yet again to have an hour. This is a big long slog tonight. This album is 72 minutes long. It's going blank again. By ride. So, who have we got first up to challenge me tonight? We have Teratai, who I think is Kanwal Bhatia, one of England's leading female players. So let's go. Okay, let's have a Caro Khan to start with, why not? Okay, so we're playing 3+2. You may prefer 3-0 or 5-0, but we will I think the increments I need to get used to playing, so that's what I'm going to be doing every Monday from now on in our first to floor charity blitz challenges. Time control has changed on those from 5-0 to 3-2. This is what we will be doing. Okay. So Cameron's playing the knight g3 stuff. I'm never really sure what the best way to play it is, but I think just the normal Caro Khan stuff. You can't go too wrong. Please queue up the challenges. I'm not going anywhere. This is going to be a long one tonight. An hour and 12 minutes this album lasts. Now I might have let this dark square bishop into my position. Maybe I haven't. Hello to everyone. Hope you're okay. Please get involved in the chat. Always nice to have know who's listening, who's watching. Have a little chin wag as we go along through the evening. And yeah, please do, as I say, queue up the challenges. I've been threatening to do this record for a while. We're talking about it for some weeks. What should I do here? I think go over on the queen side. I think I must have misplayed this. I haven't filled with joy about how this opening has gone. Episode 16. All Norwegians look young. That's the title of it, episode 16. It's just come out. It's about 6 hours ago. And I think it's quite a good episode. So please do listen to the podcast when you get an opportunity. And it's almost as like a scotch here with this enduring pin on the d5 knight. On the c4 pawn, but I feel like I'm just going to be grovelling here. Not an awful lot we need to do. White is clearly significantly better here, but maybe I've got some chances later on. Just got to hang in there, make something happen. That may not be so easy to do though. This is already looking very unpleasant. Oh dear. I haven't won many games in as you'll know if you're an avid watcher of this stream. I haven't won too many games lately. This is really ugly. I've got no choice, I don't think. And my idea is to follow it up with King G7, which is just complete filth. But I am planning H6 as well, maybe. This might work. I don't know. Right. This is so ugly. Maybe I give up the exchange instead. This is so bad. Please queue up another challenge, because otherwise I could be here all night just listening to this by myself. Hello to Mr. McCarthy in the chat. Please challenge me, sir, and then we can get some more people later on. Right, this is a real cling fest. Not feeling good about this endgame. It's an inevitable endgame that's going to happen where I'm going to be a pawn down. Queen e5, yeah, get rid of the queens, why not? Okay, we're not going to do that. Alright, so I've still got some vague bits here, I think. I think that's the word. Vague bits. G5 looks incredibly caveman, but I'm not sure what else I have. I'll just keep playing slightly cagily, just to kind of make Canwar win, essentially. Don't want to give it away completely. I mean, we got our pawn back, but I don't think it's going to make any difference whatsoever. Oh, blimey, everything's happening on G6. This is so thin. I can't believe I'm going to survive this. Now we're running out of time as well. We do have 2-second increments, of course. Anyway, the podcast deals with such earnest and august topics as how to choose a chess coach and other things. This is absolutely horrible. I'm not having fun here. And that will do it. Well played, Camwell. Okay, thank you for the game. We may have another challenger. We do, from Mr. McCarthy. So let's talk about this E4 stuff. We can have a Nimzovich. That's what he normally plays. No, we have a French, okay. So the reason I've chosen this record is largely, yeah, just another one that I've used a lot to soundtrack my chess of the last couple of months. This is all very, very dull. And yeah, so just there's a couple of songs on here. The first one we've just heard, and the final one, the closer, Grasshopper, which are absolutely very heavy, and we enjoy them very much. Okay, so this stuff in the Haldane hack, which is characterised by Queen H5, is it's caveman, but that is what we are here for. 3+2 again with. So we've got some. I can't go too nuts on and rely on the clock here because everyone's got a 2-second increment. I think Lee Chess are having problems with their stream as well, again, aren't they? It's happening far too much where they're not declaring that people are online to the audience out there. Which is probably the only reason why I think we're playing for each other here. Kev, I think it's just me and you. What should we do here? Let's go for a sack because that king looks juicy to me. My initial plan was knight h4. Yeah, still seems reasonable. Just gonna chuck everything at our friend here, Mr. Shantham Grarks. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Oh, blimey, everything's going to come off, isn't it? Guess we play this way and just rely on this central pawn mass to be enough. Suspects it should be. This doesn't look much fun for black. I don't even need to take that rook, do I? Maybe I shouldn't take that rook. I am a whole rook down. Do need to be slightly careful not to allow. I think we can take that rook at our leisure, perhaps. Not yet. Gonna go for a mate, are we? Got a groovy mate. We do. Okay. One more, Kev. There's issues with the Lee Chess streaming thing. It's not coming through. If we don't get anyone else after this, I will call a halt because there isn't much point. Knight c3, come on Kev, yeah. We know what we're doing, yes, okay. Black Mardima. I'll give it to you this time. Alright, let's play the actual main line. I'm not scared of you. I don't know what to do. Is this worth it? We throw things down the queen side here? I'm happy to give the pawn back, but I'm not sure I have to, do I? If you play queen 6, then we can play this way, I think. Play a bit more centrally. Play very centrally. And then I've got f5 coming as well. Welcome to new watchers. Who have we got a challenge coming up from? Not sure, but that's great. Keep the challenges coming after this. I wanted to play F5. I think I still can. Keep the chat going as well on the Twitch. Let's get some conversation. Really? Is this playable? Maybe I should be asking myself the same question, actually. Maybe this is alright. Maybe this is alright for white. Blimey. Okay, I suppose we have to play Rook B8, do we? Just to try and clear everything up. My king is no safer than white's, really. That's the mad thing here. I'm not sure how useful this skewer is, but we'll play it. I'm playing far too riskily here. There's no need for most of this stuff. Yeah, exactly. I guess, do I have to bail out now? I suppose we'll bail out here. Glad somebody enjoyed the podcast. That's good to hear. Yeah, the 1980 world champion Alan Jones is very unknown, actually. Beyond, I mean, I think he's big in Australia, of course, but it's not someone that who, unless you're kind of really into the sport, it's easily forgotten. Sort of in between the, essentially in between who, like what, that era, it's the late 70s, late 70s, early 80s, where there was lots of different world champions because there was no real domination. And Gilles Villeneuve didn't manage to win one, which was just not good. Okay, what have we got? We've got equal material. Well, I can win this pawn, but I'm not loving this majority on the king's, well, it's now the king's side, the queen's side. Yeah, please do listen to the latest episode if you haven't already. Lots in there. We cover it was almost a small preview of the Steinitz Memorial, which starts this weekend, and we cover another topic like how do you choose a chess coach. I do a little feature on that. And other things we talk about include, what else do we have? We did a bit on Wilhelm Steinitz himself, actually. In part of our little history bit that we do every week, our Christory, done by my colleague Chris Russell. But yeah, it's fun for all the family, and this is a family stream, and you are very welcome. I'm assuming my pawn is going to promote first, but equally, yeah, this is fine, isn't it? Because if rook h3, then I have rook e3 check. Oh, he's going that way, that's fair enough. Okay, so I probably want to come here, and then, well, now I can't do the same thing, but I can continue to walk my king over to that B file where there's going to be no checks, and then we can chuck this pawn up. The new tempo, yeah. So every week John Mackenzie, the host of the podcast, does a stupid question where he suggests something that we might be able to do as basically a way to change the game that might make it more interesting to him, really. It is a very self-serving feature. But the feature he talks about this week is an interesting idea. I'm trying to work out if I can play G2 here. I'll play this one first. Where you can basically move pieces to the what do I want to do here? You can basically move pieces to the same square, so you don't have tempo, so you have people moving at once. It's one of those, you've just got to listen to it to kind of get the gist. I think this is now okay because I can force this king to a square it doesn't necessarily want to be on, which I think is this one, and then here, and that will do it. There we go. Okay, right, who have we got next? Chespatsa Wales. I don't know who this is, but that's fine. 5-minute game, proper chess. Okay. Thanks for the game, Kev. No, it's all right. I'm quite happy to deal with any kind of things in the stream chat while we go. Very happy to do that. Okay, so these lines where in the advance where white plays it a bit more quietly are actually quite tricky to meet, because white has done it's very hard for white to play it badly, essentially. But I think we can just do the normal setup here of plonking knights on d7 and c6 maybe. Hope everyone's enjoying the record. Yeah, this is from 1992, so we're going back a little bit. I haven't decided on the records for next week. We're going to stop doing the Sundays. It's just, I think it's actually just a bit much to do 3 in a week. And as the lockdown eases slightly, for whether you agree with it or not, and I think you know my opinions on lockdown should still definitely be happening. Anyway, as lockdown eases, my life may change slightly. I don't want to get to the point where I'm just committed to too much. So we're going to do Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 PM from now on. We're going to sack off the Sunday one. So I'm not sure what the records will be next week. Please always recommend ones that we could do. Generally want a record around an hour. Tonight's one's a bit longer. I may finish before the end, depends how I'm feeling. Never depends on how well I've played. I'm always a glutton for punishment against you guys. So this is an interesting ending, where we've got this weird structure with the 2 c-pawns. The e5 pawn isn't too happy either. Okay, so yeah, knight g5 looks sensible, but yeah, I think I can just about get away with this now. And then I've won the pawn, the knight's on an outpost, and I've got, so it's rook f1. Alright, we're going to find out what happened after rook f1. Suppose we take the open file as well we can. It's not a clear extra pawn, this, by any stretch of the imagination. Not feeling too comfy with my king. Ah, well, now I've got a passed pawn. That could help. because I can try to open things up a bit now. So my C pawn is passed. If I try to get some swaps, that would be the way to deal with having a passed pawn. You just want to swap pieces as much as you can within reason. Yeah, let's keep going. Not sure on this, worried about. I don't see a threat. I'm going to get some pieces flying towards that white king, I think, especially given it can't go forwards because my knight on e5 is cutting it off a bit. Please also suggest topics for the podcast. We deal with most of the stuff we do. Honestly, more than half is a topic suggested by the listeners. So if you want to join in, please do. That was a bit cowardly. I probably could have played king c6, but I don't really fancy getting mated by some unknown way. I'm still looking at the c5 pawn with my bishop. I'm threatening rook d2, knight d3 is coming, maybe f4, knight g6, and knight takes f4, this kind of stuff. Okay, we'll throw things in there. King e3, bishop e3, king e3, bishop g5, or no, just bishop g5 would have been mate, which would have been quite fun. I'm tempted by an exchange sack here, just because I can. But maybe would be an inelegant way to play. And you don't want to be inelegant on a family stream like this. Let's just grab a second pawn. In fact, I think taking the exchange, taking on f2 may have been more elegant. This is a bit prosaic. I'm not sure what white can do here, really. That rook on h1 is not a happy piece. Where does the knight go? Yeah, okay, fair enough. Alright. Anyone else want to challenge? Got 20 seconds for someone else to challenge me. Or we'll have a rematch with our friends here. Yeah, I think I've been really enjoying doing these streams, and I might have got a bit carried away with the schedule. I think 3 of these a week plus the charity blitz we do on a Monday is probably too many. So we're going to do 2 of these. We have a rematch here. We have 2 of these every Tuesday and Thursday, and we will have our Monday night. Are we playing the... Oh, we're not. Okay, I thought we were going to have the Birmingham defence there for a second. Oh, we are. Excellent. Right. Our friends here is playing in the style of Tony Miles. Will I fall the same way as Karpov? Tony Miles has been a... In fact, I don't think we mentioned Tony Miles in this week's podcast. That's probably the first one where we haven't. We tended to always give him a mention at some point, which actually led to us doing a Tony Miles special 2 weeks ago, which proved fairly popular. c6? What's the point of that? How many more dark squares do you want to weaken, sir? I will deal with that later on. But yeah, Tony Miles just always somehow comes into the conversation. Okay, I'm going to give up some material here and go for this king. At least I hope. Alright, let's make this happen. Right, I'm giving up on the light squares. I'm just going to try and grind everything down on the dark squares now. Let's go for this. Very crude kind of idea, but it might be effective, I don't know. Where do I want my pieces? Right, this is my other idea. So we can open up the e-file. Either way, if he taken the pawn, he takes d5 would have been check. Now, I'm not sure where this knight goes. Might start to make some things happen. Well, I'll take that. And I think you're in a big bit of bother here now. I'm just going to win a piece. Okay, so we won a piece. Our little plan. I'm not sure if that was... I'm sure it wasn't sound. It can't have been sound. But I think it was tricky to meet. I think it was quite tricky to meet that. It was hard to extricate the king. Yeah, Lee Chess is still not advertising this stream, which is why we haven't got many people, I suspect. But thank you to the 4 opponents I've had so far. It's been fun. Okay, I think I'm going to call that a night because Lee Chess are not playing ball, and I've played everyone in the chat. And thank you for the games. And I think what we'll do is I'll play the second half of this album on Tuesday. So hopefully see you